Where were you born?
North Miami. But I was raised in Liberty City.
Okay.
Both, pretty much.
And do you still reside in Miami or North Miami today?
Yeah,
Which one?
both.
Oh, both.
Same thing, Liberty City and North Miami, back and forth.
Back and forth.
Mm.
Why the reason for the back and forth? Can you explain?
I really don't know. I mean, my parents moved to Liberty City, but my whole family in North Miami, so I kept going back to North Miami. Then we moved back to North Miami. Now we back, like, just back and forth.
And how far of a drive is that between each?
About 15 minutes. Me driving, maybe 10 minutes.
Do you know why the reason to the different moves by any chance?
Just looking for a better place.
Financially, things got better?
Yeah, way better.
And would it keep getting better, or would it get worse and then get better? Was it like a...
Nah, it's gonna keep getting better.
Okay. Growing up in North Miami, growing up in Liberty City, what was that like for you? Can you paint that picture for us?
Liberty City, growing up in Liberty City is crazy, I ain't gonna lie, but like North Miami and Liberty City, you can't really compare it. Like Liberty City is not an area for you to like really chill and vibe, it ain't like that. North Miami, you could probably do that, but now it's like, it's crazy too, but not worse than Liberty City.
And do you remember, I don't know if you said it in the interview yet, did you say what age it was when you actually initially moved?
To Liberty City, I didn't know I moved in when I was in 3rd grade.
Okay.
I don't remember what age though.
But at least in 3rd grade,
Yeah,
that's when
3rd
the
grade
move
for
happened.
sure.
And do you remember how long before you actually moved back to North Miami?
Yeah, my 8th grade year.
Okay. And then you end up going back to Liberty City.
Yeah, and then I went back to North Miami, and now I'm somewhere around there by Liberty City.
Now, financially, how did you grow up? I know in American society, people get placed in classes. Poor, lower middle class, upper middle class, rich. How did it start for you? And sounds like things got better.
I mean, I was always a spoiled kid. Like my mom got about like 6 kids, all of the same mom, same dad. Out of all of us, like I was the most spoiledest one. Like she always got me what I needed. But now, like I'm grown. I do me now. Like she ain't gotta worry about me. I take care of my little brothers.
Where are you on the ladder out of the 6 children?
2nd.
Second oldest?
Yeah.
Okay. But what financial class was? I mean, I know you were spoiled. But
all right. So is that a rich, poor, and middle, right?
No. I'll break it down again. You got poor, that's the bottom. Then lower middle class. Then middle, and then upper middle, and then rich.
Lower middle. See that?
Lower middle.
Yeah.
But things were able to get financially better over time for you.
Way better.
And how was that possible?
I mean, my mom and dad just, put their head together and just did what they had to do, and they got 6 kids. So, my dad had 2 jobs. My mom had a job. They just kept working for us.
You had a 2-parent household.
Yeah.
Both parents still together today?
Yeah.
Both parents still in your life today?
Yeah.
Now, hindsight 2020, did you appreciate that, growing up in a 2-parent household?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, yeah, but a lot of people don't, they don't grow up with 2 parents, so I feel like that's a great thing, That's real.
I do a lot of interviews, and more often than not, people are growing up in split homes. Sometimes it's not even their parents taking care of them. Sometimes it could be grandmother, grandfather. And maybe some other sort of parental guidance. But you're right. More often than not, that happens. What do you think your parents' secret is of staying together for that long?
I mean, they have their ups and downs, but I feel like they look at it as in like they getting older, they ain't getting younger. Like it's not like they're gonna find somebody new, you know. They just probably just put their head together, just raise us out the streets, you know.
Financially, growing up in lower middle class, I know you were spoiled, but what was the biggest obstacle you faced money-wise, maybe?
What you mean?
Like, was there ever a time in those lower middle class days where it was just a tough time financially for you guys?
No, cause when I was little, like I was saving. I was always saving. That's one thing my mom could tell everybody. I was always saving. I didn't really have a problem with money.
Did you seek making money early in life yourself, personally, or no?
No.
Now, okay, when it came to growing up and you start going to school, what kind of kid were you in class? How would you describe yourself?
I was a class clown. I ain't gonna lie. Like I'll like the teacher would look away. I'll make a joke real fast. Like, bop. Everybody just start laughing. Like I was that top class clown. Even 5th grade year of prom, I won class clown.
Now, okay, I know class clowns, they have different reasons for being funny. Was that ever a defense mechanism for you, being funny?
Nah.
Not for you.
Nah, not really.
You just like to joke around. You just like to be funny.
Always, like I'm always smiling. Always, as you can see now. Like I never stop.
I know sometimes when it comes to class clowns, it's just jokes, but then other class clowns, it can get to be bullying sometimes. Were you ever a bully?
Nah. Like the thing about it, like that's how we like the way we grew up in Liberty City, it was crazy. Like the way I don't know how to explain it, but it was lit. We chilled. I wasn't bullying nobody.
Were you part of a certain crowd back then when you were in school?
Yeah. Yeah.
What crowd?
Like we'll just go around just, you know, ranking people. Just, you know, skip class. I was never in class. I ain't gonna lie.
What does that mean, ranking people? Somebody watching this doesn't know
Ranking
that term.
people, like, just like, I look at this kid and be like, hey, yo, big head ass, you know? Some shit
Okay.
like that, yeah.
I see.
But like, that's how we joke though. That wasn't bullying though.
How big was gang activity back then in your city?
To this day, it's crazy. Like, in a blink of an eye, that person gone. And it's real.
Did you ever join one?
Nah.
Why not? Some kids do.
Like, I'm one of the smart kids. Like, I like the way I move, I'm smart. I'm always just 10 steps up ahead, you know? Like, I'll do this, but I know that's coming, so I'm, you know, like, I'm always 10 steps up ahead.
Now, how young did music start for you?
See, since I was in 8th grade. Yeah, since I was in 8th grade, I started playing around, but I stopped. I recorded it on SoundCloud, deleted it, recorded, deleted it. I stopped, and then I really took it serious last year around like October. That's when I really started back. Like, yo, let me just, you know, tighten up.
You were obviously out of high school by then.
Yeah.
And you graduated high school.
Yeah.
Now, Did you ever take music class in school? Did you ever join the band? Did you ever join chorus?
Yeah, I used to play the trombone.
And how long did you do that for? How many grades or?
No, I only did for, let me see, I was in Adapata, so it had to be maybe I think it was my 6th grade year when I was in Adapata Middle. I used to play trombone. I used to be in parades and all. I did it for maybe about 6 months.
Not very long.
Nah, because football season was not that long. When I joined it, when I joined it was already almost over.
But you didn't do it another year after that? You didn't do it?
Nah.
Why not?
I started hanging around the wrong crowd. You know, it's a new year, new me.
And just curious, what led to the trombone back then? Why that instrument?
I didn't really want the trombone. I wanted drums. But the man was like, try the trombone. He'll give me a free mouthpiece. I ended up trying it. He was like, yeah, for me, I'm lit, I'm free. So I just ended up sticking to it.
You did some parades. Did you ever do competitions with the trombone or no?
Nah.
So the parades is as big as it got?
Yeah, and football games.
Was there any regret, hindsight 2020, on not continuing with that instrument?
Nah, not really.
When it came to rapping, were you ever the type that was freestyling or battle rapping other classmates back then?
No.
Not into that either?
Mm-mm. In school, I was just like that kid, like just every new Jordans came out, I just had them just never in class, you know. I was one of those cool kids, just posted on the wall type.
I know back in 8th grade, you had a song on SoundCloud at one point, but did you ever have a song you were promoting while you were in school or no?
Never.
Ever participate in talent shows growing up?
No.
You did mention football here. I don't know if you meant that you played football yourself or you were just doing the trombone at football games, but did you get into sports at all?
I did, because my brother was playing football. He was a cornerback. So I ended up saying, like, let me see what I got. Like, I wanted to be a quarterback or a receiver slot. I ended up going. That first day, the way they was working out, I said, I'm good. I never went back.
Did you do any sports aside from football when you were in school?
No, that's the only sport. That's the only sport. Besides playing basketball and PE.
Now, you mentioned prom, but you also said the 5th grade, if my ears were heard correct. You guys had a prom in 5th grade?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
Yeah. I had a prom in 5th grade.
Is that normal, or was that just your particular school that did something like that?
That's normal. They got prom 5th grade, 8th grade, and 12th grade.
Wow.
Yeah, that's normal.
You did graduate, even though you were never there, like you said.
Yeah, I was never there.
How were you able to graduate when you were never physically there?
Because I told you, I'm always 10 steps ahead.
You did say that?
You know, like, if I know I ain't going to class that day, I'll come to class, get my attendance, you know. Can I use the restroom? Just never came back. But I always get my work done because I'll have somebody else. I'll pay some kid to do my work, you know.
You cheated a lot or a little bit?
That's the only way I made it out of high school. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you ever get caught for cheating?
Yeah, plenty of time. But like, yeah, I got caught plenty of time.
Was there ever a crazy incident when it came to getting caught cheating?
I mean, just getting an F, but like one F when I got multiple, you know, A, Bs, so that ain't really hurt me.
But you did graduate nonetheless.
Yeah.
After you graduate high school, was there any thought on furthering your education after that point?
Nah. That no hesitation. I already put my mind together. Like 12 years of school, that was already crazy. Like me going back to school, hell no.
Was music taken seriously after high school was complete?
Yeah.
Right away, or you took some time to get into it?
I took some time.
How long before you actually get into it? How long after you graduate high school before?
Maybe like 3 months.
Okay.
3 months. But maybe I maybe go to college. Maybe. But as of right now, nah.
What was your parents' thoughts on that, not furthering the education after high school was over? What was their reaction?
They want me to go to college. They want me to do something. They want me to get a career job and shit, but I've been in school for 12 years. I feel like I can't go back right now.
Now, I know earlier I asked you if you wanted to earn money when you were younger, and you were spoiled, right? You said you didn't really didn't want to, but did you ever have a job? Did you ever get a job throughout the years growing up?
Nah.
Never had a job.
Nah, but the thing about it though, in Liberty City, like I was always spoiled, but like I did a couple things, Like I did a couple things, like getting money from Liberty City, getting money from North Miami is two big different. Like Liberty City, like it's more risky, you know. Like both is risky, but like Liberty City is dangerous way, like you getting money. But in like North Miami, it's like you just getting money, like you just getting money type shits.
We're talking like street activity stuff?
For Liberty City, yeah. But now North Miami is like, nah. You just getting money in North Miami. There's plenty of ways.
When it came to street activity, was it a friend that put you onto it? Was it a family member that put you onto it?
Friend.
And care to share what it was you got into back then?
Yeah, we like the thing about Liberty City, like like JIT days, we couldn't really drive, so like we was riding bikes, catwalking bikes and shit. So we used to like late night pull up in people's yards, we'll get right. Yeah, we'll get right. I ain't gonna lie, we'll get right.
What does that mean?
Like, we got a nice come up. I ain't gonna lie.
Robbery of some sort?
Nah.
Now, was this petty stuff or you got deep into it? The street activity?
I mean, like, when we see we was making money, like, we wanted to get more. Like, we kept, but like we slowed down for a couple times because we almost got caught a couple times. So we slowed down. Then I end up moving to North Miami. When I moved to North Miami, it's different. Like, it's not like that. Like, North Miami is a whole different way of getting money. And it's like, it is a way nicer way of getting money in North Miami.
Care to share how?
Nah.
Now, when it comes to street activity and looking back with it, obviously it can have its own set of issues. It can come with a certain level of stress. It can come with looking over your shoulder feeling, violence, incarceration, worst case, death. Did you face any of these obstacles back then?
Yeah, like I used to always like, damn, I gotta be on point. Gotta watch my back in Liberty City, yeah.
Ever had a near-death experience?
Wrong place, yeah, wrong time, yeah. I got guns pointed at me.
Never been shot at, though?
I mean, wrong place, wrong time, I got shot. Like, not like physically looking at me and shooting at me, but I've been in the wrong place and they shot around, you feel me?
I see, but you didn't get hit?
Nah, I never got shot.
What about incarceration?
Incarceration, what you mean?
Ever got locked up?
Nah. I mean, like, nah. I got lucky so many times. Like, the closest I got was the holding cell. But I never got, like, booked in the system.
You got
know what I'm
detained.
saying? Yeah, detained type shit. That's the closest.
Now,
Because,
go ahead.
yeah, because my brother done, like, we was in Liberty City, posted, chilling. So when my brother took off, we was in a rental, and undercover was behind us, so my brother pulled chase, so we banging it on foot. But, you know, it's like they already set their perimeter there, like they was already ready, you know? So we all just got grabbed. They just ran our IDs. My brother got locked up, my uncle got locked up. They had me in my holding cell, they let my boy go. And then that was it from there, and that happened, that was recent too. That was like, maybe 2 months ago.
Charges got dropped with your uncle and your brother?
Yeah, thank God.
Now, when it came to these type of things, and I mentioned everything from stress to death, did you know this stuff from the jump?
Know what?
Did you know this type of obstacles and issues could happen?
Growing up in Liberty City, yeah. Like, Liberty City is like, you don't know about Liberty City. Like, Liberty City is like a hood where you're like, you're not safe in Liberty City. You know, like it's a lot of people that want it. Like, if they want something, they gonna get it. That's one thing I can tell you about Liberty City. If they want something, they gonna get it. And that's real.
Scary stuff.
Yeah. Growing up over there is like this.
Why, just curious, if it's like that, why would there be times when your family would go back and forth? Like, instead of, because you described North Miami, then go back to Liberty, then North Miami, then back to Liberty. Why not just, okay, when it's time to leave North Miami, go somewhere else instead of Liberty because of these descriptions that you've painted, right?
You see, like, the thing about Liberty City, like, Liberty City's big. It got a lot of little city. Like, it got shits called Bean. Like, they got all type of, all type of shit. But it's like, not the whole, like, Liberty City is bad, but not the whole Liberty City is bad. You get what I'm trying to say? It's certain areas.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's all.
Now, being at the wrong place at the wrong time, getting detained, and then you also said there were so many times something like incarceration could have happened, but you were able to escape it. Did stuff like this stop you from the street activity path?
It never stopped me, but it slowed me down. You know?
You did mention that.
Yeah, it slowed me down. Like, you feel me? Like, I'm always on point. That's one thing about me. Like, I'll think twice. Like, if I know I'm gonna go do that tomorrow, I'll think twice, like, overnight. Like, should I go do that for real? Like, what could really happen? You know, like, I put 2 and 2 together and make something up. You feel me? Like, that's how it is.
Thinking back, hindsight 2020, whatever you did in the past, and you remain tight-lipped about, but any regrets?
Nah.
Why not? Some people do.
Because I feel like that's what made me who I am today, you know? Because if I ain't do that shit, I probably would have been, you feel me, just home doing some other shit, type of shit. So, nah, I like what I went through.
And also, whatever it is that you went through back in the past on the street activity side of things, was it worth it? Was the risk worth the reward, or what you got out of it back then?
I mean, like, when I just wanted money. You know, like, I seen a couple niggas getting money. I wanted to get money too, that's all it was. I ended up making my money, so I ain't really care.
You hid this from your parents, I imagine.
For sure.
Did they ever find out about the street activity path that you had taken?
Nah, the only thing they know about is like the detained part. Because, you know, I had to call her.
That's when Kat was out of the bag,
Yeah.
so to speak.
Like, I didn't really call her. I called my boy. She ended up picking up. Like, soon she, like, because my boy was at my house. I told you my boy was at my house. They let my boy go. So pretty much when the police cars was leaving my house, my mom was pulling up. She don't know what's going on, you know? So after that, when I got to the holding cell, my homeboy ain't talk. He ain't tell my mom nothing. He said he don't know why they was here or nothing like that. So he said we was probably out just chilling or whatever, going off Miami. So I called my boy. I was like, yo, them boys, I told my boy, I was like, yo, them boys got grabbed. I'm in a holding cell. Slide. Tell them boys come pick me up. Come to find out it was my OG. My OG going crazy. Like, what? Like, what's going on? Like, what you, like, you know, I'm like, damn, I'm buzzing. Now she know. Because, like, the case was supposed to be, like, I get out the holding cell, I go pay the bond, you know, they out and my OG don't know nothing, you feel me? But I ended up fucking it up. She had my boy's phone, so, and she knew, she went crazy, spies on us. Like, we got little brothers, little sisters, like, we got to tighten up.
Was there ever a point you were making more money than your parents while living under the roof? While you were in street activity?
You see, like, making more money than them, I don't know, but like saving wise, like not like I could, yeah, maybe yeah, yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
Did this ever change the dynamic of your relationship with your parents? If you
Nah.
make the same amount or a little more,
The thing about it,
did
they
you
don't
treat them any different? Did you?
Nah, they don't know, you know. So like me as a man, I just do what I know I gotta do. Feel me? Like if I know my little brother needs something, I already told him like, yo, if y'all need something, you know, school about to open up soon too. You feel me? I already know what I gotta do. You know, like as a man, you should know what you gotta do. Like I buy groceries, pay bills. Like you feel me? I do certain shit.
Was your father or mother ever in the streets themselves?
I don't know. But with me, nah. We always had a crib.
Okay, when it comes to your family, and you're almost the oldest, you're not the oldest, you're almost there, you're second to the oldest. What's that like, that position there on the ladder?
I mean, nothing really. Like, it's 6 kids. It's 5 boys, and the littlest one is a girl. So, nah, me and my brother like 2 years older than me. So we do the same shit. Like, you know, far different. Like, same shit he doing, I'm doing. Same shit I'm doing, he doing. So it's like we just hustling up. We know what we gotta do. Feel me? So we just do what we gotta do.
What were the living arrangements like? 6 kids, 2 parents.
What you mean?
What were the living arrangements like when it was?
In the house?
Yeah.
Like, okay, in Liberty City, you see, in Liberty City, when we first moved there, it was not 5 of us. It was my mom, my dad, me, my brother, my little brother. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It was 5 of us. With my mom, my dad made 5 of us, so it was 3 kids and 2 of them. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. Was there ever a time when all 6 of you were living under the one roof? All 6 kids and the parents?
Yeah, right now.
Okay.
And we live in a 5-bedroom.
So who's got their own room?
All of us except the last 2.
They share?
Yeah, they share. But not my little sister, my last 2 brothers.
Oh.
My little sister got her own room. She's only 4 with her own room.
Now, okay, so let's say somebody's watching this and they're the second oldest on the ladder. Anything you would say to somebody? Second oldest on the ladder. Anything you would say to them watching this interview, hearing your story and how you lived and experienced life?
Yeah, like, don't think just because you know, if you're doing more activities than your oldest brother, don't think like you the oldest brother. Always remember that you got an oldest brother, you know, like, always remember you're the second. you know, and you still got to do what you got to do. I'm not saying don't take care of your big brother. If you could take care of your big brother, do it. You know, like if you could take care of your whole family, do it. But like, don't think you're the oldest. Like, always remember he's your big brother.
Anyone else do music in your family or just you?
Yeah, I got a lot of people that do music. Yeah, my brother. Yeah, I think it's only my brother.
Your oldest brother?
Yeah. Right now, Jerry.
He raps?
Yeah.
Have you guys collaborated with each other?
Nah, not yet. Nah, we got something, like, he sent me something, but I still ain't go to the store. Like, I'm here in Atlanta right now. When I go back to North Miami, like, which is like in 4 days, yeah, I'm gonna go finish that.
He was rapping before you, I imagine?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has he been doing it longer than you, I imagine?
Yeah, longer than me, but not that long. Probably like a few months longer than me.
Is it a competitive or supportive atmosphere between you two?
Nah, my brother support me a lot. I ain't gonna lie. He support me a lot. Like, he always reposting my shit. Like, he real.
You reciprocate that? You repost his stuff?
Yeah, we'll do the same thing back and forth.
What does your family think about your music career at this point?
Like, the thing about it, my family, like, even my mom, like, they are, like, it's like, okay, like, I got it's certain of my aunties that support me. You know what I'm saying? Some of them probably just look like, I know they probably looking like, nah, he ain't going nowhere. Like, my mom, like, she'll tell me, like, don't do it. Like, stop. Don't do it, though. Like, my old boy, like, he let me, you feel me? So it's like, some of my family just, like, my uncle support me. Like, oh, some of my family support me. Some of them just, like, don't, when they don't talk, they saying something, though. Like, they see it, they just ain't,
What about Dad? What does he think?
My dad, like, he see my videos, see my songs, he fuck with them.
What do your parents think about the music itself? Your music, your actual music, what do they think?
Like, my mom, she don't want me doing music, but like the video I just released,
which is called?
Leave Me, Future Suave, like that video, she liked that song, cause it's not like a violent type of gun related song. It's like a love song, like a girl leaving you, feel me? So she like it. Like, my old boy, you feel me? He support me all the way. I ain't gonna lie.
What do they think about the cussing?
You see, on my songs, I barely cuss in them. Like, if I do cuss, it'll probably be like, nigga. I'll say the word fuck probably 3 times, but not that much. I don't really cuss in my song.
Why not? Some people cuss a lot in their music. Why you not so much?
I'm just probably different. Like, I'm more like a vibrant, I'm more like a relaxed type person. I ain't really that, like Chief and shit. Like, nah, I ain't really that hype, I'm just like more like a young blue, type of vibe.
Now, is that on purpose? When you create music, do you say to yourself, I want to cuss as little as possible. I don't want to cuss if I don't have to. Or are you just going with the flow and that ends up what happens?
I'm just going with the flow. Whatever just comes out, comes out. It's not that I try not to cuss. It's just whatever comes out, I release it.
Have people ever noticed that you don't really cuss that much?
Yeah, a few people realize that. They realize my songs, they say, like, I don't cuss. Most of my songs that I got, like, is about love. Ain't really about guns, drugs. They realize it.
And do you think you gain more of a fan base because of that? Or does that hurt your fan base because you don't cuss as much?
Like, okay, the thing about it is, from where I'm at, it don't really, like, that's not the type of music from where I'm at. You get what I'm saying? But I don't look at it like that. That's how people look at it. Like, my environment, like Miami, is, like, just forget about it. Like, if you live in Miami all your life, you rapping, like, you ain't gonna, like, it's hard in Miami. Ain't no supporters, ain't nothing, you feel me? It's all about networking, you get what I'm saying? So I don't look at that. So I try my best to travel, to get around, to do what I gotta do to make sure, like, my songs get out there. Cause I ain't worrying about, like, Miami really right now. You feel me? That's how I feel. So I don't care if people don't like my song, but I got people that fuck with it.
Have your parents ever had a chance to see you perform live yet?
Nah, think about it, I'm shy. I did one performance at Miami-Dade, and it was about like 30 people. And I'm just there like I'm stuck, you know, it just like my body just shut down. Like I tried not to shut down. It just was not. I even asked for water, came back, it just wasn't having it. Like my body was like, nah. But that was my first show though, you know. It was a volunteer donation to the United Way. I just came out to support.
But your parents weren't there.
Nah.
When it comes to mom and dad, what's the best advice you've received from them so far? Is there one thing they always just seem to say to you that just sticks? Could be mom, could be dad, they both might say the same thing together, but is there one piece of advice they always seem to say that just sticks to you?
Like my mom, she just usually say like, I don't know, my mom really care for me though. I love her. That's real. She just always be careful. Like every time I'm leaving the house, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful, be careful, you know? And like right now she in Miami, like I came to Atlanta with my little brother. I bring him out because it was his birthday. I said, I'll take you out. You out slide with me. So I ended up bringing him out with me. So I got to Atlanta. She called me like, oh, you didn't call me to let me know that you got there safe, you know? Like, she just want to make sure like her kid's good. Told her, yeah, I got home, man. We good. Took care of him. And that's, yeah.